over 50 years of experience, the biggest thing I found was you're always putting people back in alignment, but you align them first and then they start to get better because you'd work on local problems that were sore or inflamed. But alignment was the biggest thing. And there just wasn't a way for a person to align themselves. Well, now we found various points and various postures and movements that actually bring the body back into alignment. Pain management system that work using magnets, using pressure points, using massage tools. And so we're going to share all that with you because there's lots of things you can do yourself.
So if this arch was to start to drop, for example, on the inside of the foot, that would very slightly start to pull the foot into this position, which would then cause the tibia, which is this lower leg bone, the shin bone, to then start to internally rotate. So that could cause a knee problem or a hip problem. So you could be experiencing knee pain or hip pain or lower back pain, but it could be actually coming from the foot not sitting in the right position.
This joint here is the most unstable in the body. So it goes out the most from driving, from lifting, various things like that. Now, even when that's out, these bones being slightly out of position here, it's like a gyro compass here and a gyro compass here, both telling the eyes and ears and the brain where we are. So if that's tilted, the body has to make adaptations to that. And that again throws different pressures on the foot. So the foot's going to become a victim. So the first thing we do is line you up. Now, if you had an alignment procedure done by one of our trained practitioners, then you could go home and start working on your foot and you'd maintain those corrections much longer.
Is this nerve here, which is a branch of the sciatic nerve, the posterior tibial nerve, which you can see going down there, comes underneath the fascia on the inside of the ankle, and then it feeds all of the muscles underneath the foot. So something like plantar fasciitis, you could be stretching and stripping that out all day long, but if the nerve is restricted, which is feeding those muscles, then you're not going to get rid of the root cause of the problem.
As we work through the body and the foot being the place we're going to start, everything is about making nerves glide. So the procedures are not an exercise, they're not a technique. They're ways of applying pressure and squeezing and moving different body parts so that the nerve glides. As soon as the nerve glides, it loses its inflammatory problems and then you don't get the pain. On the sole of the foot is lots of points. That if you probably heard of reflexology, a reflexology is going to simulate those points to get remote effects. So as you're working with the ball, you're getting the effect of reflexology, but you're also stretching the fascia. And when you stretch the fascia, that's that tight inelastic stuff that holds us together. And as we stretch that out, then nerves start to glide. When nerves glide, they don't give pain. When nerves don't glide, they give pain in people in different parts of the country. Because people, do you know somebody in there? Do you know somebody there? So we've got a massive launch going on where we're training people in the active balance protocol and then teaching those same practitioners in that protocol to be teachers of the self-help. So if you went to a practitioner, you'd get aligned and then they would show you your key points and then they can give you either a one-to-one class or you could go to one of their classes or one of our live streams and learn how to maintain yourself. So that's what we've launched out. We realised people need this power in their own hands.
Realise as well as just giving people, depending on occupations, hobby, performance, it's giving people a simpler way to get recovery quite quickly. And if you can't necessarily say change your job or your hobby, it's giving you a different outlook or a different strategy to reduce inflammation, pain. But the biggest thing is performance and recovery that we find.
Where the nerves run and where the energy channels run. So that's where you're going to get the nerve glide and the energy blockages, not on the muscles themselves. So as we're working away and coming up those spaces, you're starting to free those facial points and free the nerves off in that way.